Shut up and sit down.
Welcome, everyone, to the 3POA podcast, episode 117. I'm your host, LaserPants, also known as Ryan. Real quick, there will be a giveaway tonight, donated from Abby from Figure Fight Club. We are doing a giveaway later on tonight, so don't miss it. You got to be here to claim it. Yeah. So there's that. What are you giving away, Abby? Oh, it's one of the Varnoks from Savage Crucible. Just because he's trying to get to 2,000 subs. That's why. So there you go. You can win a Varnok. Stay tuned. But anyway, I am joined tonight, as always, by the man behind Action Force and the CEO of Valaverse, Bobby Vala. What's up, man?
What's happening?
From home tonight. Yeah, so we had to start a little bit later tonight because you had babysitting duties.
Yeah. So thank you to all the hooligans that, showed up for the late time. Sorry, that was my fault. But I was like stressing because my wife is away. She does a lot of races, like CrossFit races and stuff like that, because she's awesome. And she's away, and I was like, oh man, it's like I called like 8 different people, try to watch my kids so I can get to the office and do it. And like literally everyone had like plans. And I'm like, shit. So I told you, I'm like, dude, I want to do this show, but can we start late? So,
I mean, it's fine for me. I'm on the West Coast. It's only 6 o'clock,
Ryan oblige. And I figured, you know what? Yeah, it's a late start, but it's not like people drop off after 9 o'clock when they're listening to our show at 8 o'clock. So they're just going to still be here anyway. So.
No. I think it'll be fine. Boy, today was cool. I learned that I am extremely old. I got up early in the morning with my kid. We were going to do like a double feature because last weekend we were supposed to see Predator Badlands, right?
Okay.
Of course, I got COVID. It was hell. And so to make it up to him, I said, hey, he really wants to see the new Running Man. I said, I tell you what, we'll get up Saturday morning. We'll go to the theater, double feature. Predator Badlands and Running Man. Now, we started with Predator Badlands, right? 8:30 a.m. Movies. I've never been to a movie that early, but it was awesome.
At 8 a.m.? Holy crap.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was awesome. We were the only 2 in the theater for Predator,
Nice.
which, by the way, was amazing. It was good. It was really good, man. I'd put it in top 3 Predator movies.
Even with that dumb-looking CGI face?
Was it CGI? I didn't notice. I thought it looked good. I thought
Really?
the movie was good, man. Anyway.
Okay.
So there's like literally 30 minutes of commercials and then the previews, which is like 15, 20 minutes, and then the movie, right? So the movie's out at like 11. We're walking out. I'm like, all right, let's get tickets to see Running Man. And he's like, nah. I'm like, really? You don't want to? He's like, nah. I'm like, thank God, because neither do I. I don't know what it is, but like 2 to 3 hours in the theater at a time. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I can take. I can't take being in there. I don't know what it is. But we're going to see the Running Man next weekend. So
Okay. I think the only time I'd ever seeing, or at least the last time I can remember seeing multiple movies at once was, I remember when Dark Knight Rises came out, and there was the midnight showing of Dark Knight Rises, but before that they showed the first two, Begins and Dark Knight. Dude, I sat down for Begins, like, yes, let's go, baby. And then it was like, yeah, after the first movie, you're like, oh man. Luckily, there's a little bit of intermission, but Dark Knight started. I'm like, okay. But then you get into it and you realize what a great movie it is. Yeah. But then at the end, you're like, shit, man, I'm tired. And then Rises starts, and you're like, I gotta like really get up for this. But I remember just being exhausted. You're sitting in a movie theater for 8 hours or 9 hours. It was like ridiculous. Probably more. Wait, 2 hours. Yeah, it was probably because
you got Batman all the in between stuff. And,
yeah, Batman Begins was like 2.5 hours. Dark Knight was 2.5 hours. Rise was 2.5 hours. So it's, it was ridiculous.
A long night.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, we would like pay for one movie and then just theater hop all day. We'd see like 3-4 movies,
Yeah.
Not no more.
Not no more.
But yeah, Predator Badlands was really good. Highly recommended.
Okay.
How was your day? Do anything fun besides watch the kids?
The kids to this place called Urban Air. It's like one of those trampoline parks.
Oh yeah.
Which is great. Like we have a membership there, and it's easy. You take the kids there. It comes with like pizza and a snack, and there's the jungle gyms and the laser tag and the dodgeball, and it's one of those crazy arcade places. But I like get a little skeeved out from those places because I feel like it's just like a breeding ground for just germs.
Oh yeah.
So I just like, I'm usually like the protective parent where I just like try to watch like where's Mason, where's McKenna, and I'm like running around to see like who's where. But my wife's like, no, just sit on one of the benches outside dodgeball. Tell them you're sitting there, and they run off. They do their own thing, and I'm like, all right, cool. So that's what I did because I was like, ugh, I don't want to venture around too much.
You ever been to a Great Wolf Lodge?
Yeah, the kids love it. We take them all the time. But
then you got the humidity and the heat in there, and it's like this place, it's crawling with some kind of mutant bacteria.
Yeah, there's one in Massachusetts. It's an older one. We took the kids there a bunch of times. They love it, but they just opened a new one at Foxwoods, the casino in Connecticut, and we went earlier this year, and it was nice because it was clean, but there's still that like stagnant, humid air from inside the indoor pool. But I liked it because I just went to the casino.
Yeah, you get to go to the casino. That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, those I don't like public pools. Like I'm really weirded out by it. And like my kids love going in like the hot tubs and it like Great Wolf Lodge, and I'm like, ugh. And like when you're in the hot tub and there's kids in it, it's just gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well let's say hi to the chat here, Bobby. We got Funkalicious97. He says, LP, I want to apologize. I've been a subscriber since 2022 and just now became a member Friday. But that's fine. Don't apologize for that. Thank you for becoming a member.
Speaking of apologies, can I hijack the show for a second? I just remembered I have to do something.
Sure. Yeah.
A little bit of housekeeping here. So a couple weeks ago, we did a show from Legion's Con, and it was a lot of fun. People had a good time. We had a good time. I thought it was a great show, and it's our show. It's what we do. But there was something that maybe I said that was maybe a little disrespectful being at the Four Horsemen show. When the exclusive was brought up and I balked at the price, you guys know, I will always advocate for the consumer every time. I don't care if it's my best friend, my mom, whatever. If they have a company and I feel like the price is not right, I will say something. It's like the one thing I'm not going to hold back on. And I definitely stand by what I said. However, I can see how it could be a little disrespectful saying that on a podcast from the lobby after hours at Legion's Con. I have the utmost respect for Joe. He puts on great shows. I love working with him. So I apologize to them for saying that during that time. However, I 100% stand by the comments I made during that stream and any comment I made about anyone else or any other company during that stream. But it's not the first time that I've been critical about Horseman prices. I love those guys. I have the utmost respect for them. But listen, you're never going to agree 100% with what everyone is doing. You know, people don't have to agree with what I do. It's fine. I would never get my panties in a twist over. It's like, hey man, it's your opinion. But again, it was their show. So, but again, we were doing our show from the lobby, but again, I didn't have to say that, to be critical of their price. However, I do stand by it. Again, have respect for them. Love Joe. And, so just wanted to put that out there. So now they can stamp that.
I mean, it's not like a collector would ever be stopped from buying something because of the price. I mean, look at me. I'm insane.
And that's the thing. I have one. I bought the fish guy. And listen, I called it a guppy. Maybe somebody got upset about that. I literally have orange and white guppies at my fish tank at the office. So that's why, that's the only reason, I said it. I don't know the name of the character. I literally bought one, though. So it's like, I support them, even though I didn't agree with the price. So, there's that. But again, some people, I get it, some people get upset. It's fine. Again, I apologize for being disrespectful at Legion's Con. I had a great time. Now everyone can get back to having a good time about the show because it was awesome. But
all right.
Yeah.
Good man, Bobby. Let's see here. Real quick, Studio Tizzy says, this is the first time Bobby has ever apologized in his entire existence in the cosmos we all inhabit.
That is not
He's
true.
married. Are you kidding me? It's a daily thing. Let's see here. Imperious Rex Collect says, congrats to Eric July on selling 700 out of $10,000 worth of ISOM figures. Did that campaign end at 700 figures out of?
Oh wow! So he got less than the Tron HasLab, huh?
Dude, ain't looking good. Jersey Maniac is here. What's up, Maniac? I got some music for this guy, thanks to Yojo Jerk. He says, "Evening, hooligans." We got some people here telling us how much. By the way, yeah, we're talking about crowdfunds tonight. We're gonna keep. What did Get Smart say? Just the facts, man. Was that the Get Smart guy?
Just the facts, buddy.
We're gonna stick to the numbers, right? It's not gonna be inflammatory. Not on this show. But Derek Dalzell says, unfortunately, I got about $2,000 tied up in future toys. Wow.
We're gonna be getting into that.
Jeff Moore says, I have about $100 in AWOC Series 2. DJ Bill Utley says, in short, $0. Patriot Force was the only one I ever backed, and it didn't fund. Peak Obi-Wan wants to know if I'm feeling better. Yes, I am. Much better. Look at this. Ramen Toy is here. Ace, member for 27 months. Bobby, that's 2 years and 3 months.
Wow.
That Ace has been a channel member. That's awesome. Thank you, Ace. He says, God dang, it's been 27 months, but I know you are more months with Mad Hatter. I might be. Maybe. I keep forgetting to cancel my membership on Mad Hatter's channel. He doesn't do anything for members. And his channel is trash. So, yeah. Let's see here. Crash Watchman says, my money is in a pile waiting for new Action Force goodness and the black.
Oh, so good.
Early next year, spring, the black?
I believe so. They're shipping from the factory in early March, which means they'll be here probably by mid to late April. Yeah. So the tin is coming. The gear tin is coming in January. That's our next thing. Well, actually, that's not true. I have 2 items that are currently on the water that I haven't teased, I haven't announced, I haven't done anything.
Oh, is it the, I'm just kidding. I won't say it.
One of them is the new mail away. and
Okay.
one of them is something else. But yeah, so I'm debating on when I'm going to drop those, like if I'm going to drop them as soon as they come in, or if I'm going to drop them like with the tin, or I don't know. It's just going to be one of those things. I'm just going to, surprise everyone. But yeah, the tin's coming in January. Other 2 items are coming. Late April is the black, and the rest is Series 6. Then we got some exclusives, and oh man, there's a ton of items coming in 2026. Ryan's seen some of them.
Yeah,
Them all.
I'm excited. Dude, I was going through my
They all suck.
Action Force stuff today because I'm redoing displays. I have so many Action Force figures. Figure Fight Club says, "What's up, fellas?" Again, if you missed it, Abby is giving away one of the Varnoks tonight on this show. We'll do it towards the end of the show. You gotta be here to claim it. We'll do like a random comment picker in the chat. And that's, we're trying to help Abby get to 2,000 subs. So he's given away, so far, he's given away 8,000 toys to get 2,000 subs. So
the king of giving away free shit is going to give something away on our show. Kind of funny.
I mean, hopefully I win because I can enter the giveaway. I want another Varnok, which, by the way, are awesome. Thanks again for picking these up for me at Titan Toy Expo.
Now, listen, all right, this is going to get me in trouble, but I don't care because you guys know, like, this is where just so that people understand, like, I know if it rubbed people the wrong way that I was critical of a price of an exclusive. Look at what you got for $50 from Savage Crucible, and then look what you got for $50 from the Horseman. They don't add up. So it's like, to me, it's like the Savage Crucible one was on point. Now they're probably doing less units than the 4 Horsemen because they haven't been around as long. So to me, it's like when I see something, it's like, I'm like, yeah, good price. And then I see something, it's like, the 4 Horsemen exclusive, it wasn't in the deluxe box. It was in one of their standard boxes. So to me, it's like, that's why I felt the way I felt. Like, I was critical about it. I'm like, I didn't feel that the item should have been $50. But again, people bought it. People love it. It's a great, listen, I have it. I bought it. It's a great item, but just trying to get people to see like where I'm coming from here.
All right. Let's see here. We got Robert's Infinite Realms here. He says, I'm just gonna say it. He sounds like Jar Jar Binks. I'm just gonna say it. I'm glad I didn't back the second AWOC Kickstarter. Hope they solve their troubles. I will pick up if they release more. Okay. Thank you, Robert. We got Jimmy Purvis here, member for 7 months. Had the honor of meeting Scott Hughes in person today. Such a good dude. Yes, producer Scott is excellent. He's helping me out with the chat right now. Much appreciated. That was a Retro Toy Con, right? I hear good things about that show. Justin Booth sends in a $20 super chat. Thank you so much. There it goes. Thank you, Justin Booth. He says, "Hey, Bobby. I received 3 of my 5 orders yesterday. Jeez. One being my Vanguard mystery box. To say I got my money's worth would be an understatement. Also, spoiler alert, I got the Desert Tan Vanguard in my mystery box. Nice.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you for ordering. Thank you for placing 5 orders. We've been sending, listen, since Series 6 came out, we've sent out thousands of orders, like literally thousands. I've had my crew there working, shipping stuff out. It's been nuts. And like the amount, like I'll go to bed at night and I'll check, my emails to see if anything from China came in and stuff like that. And it's like, I'll see people are like placing orders at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I wake up in the morning and I just see like an unbelievable amount of like order emails. I'm like, man, this is awesome. So you guys are great. Thank you.
You showed me and Jordan Saturday at Legion's Con when everything went live on the site. You showed us how many orders you got, like just in like the first hour.
Yeah, it was wild.
I never would have guessed it.
Yeah,
like that was crazy. Yeah.
I know. I love my fans. You guys are great.
Jeremy Jernigan sent in $2. Thank you, Jeremy. He said, "Oh wait, I got something for him too." Let me see. Check this out, Bobby.
Jeremy Jernigan!
Hell yeah. Isn't that sweet?
You got to run this stuff by me. I don't think I would have approved Jeremy to get his own song.
I mean, he's a co-host on Wednesday's show that you've never seen.
What day are we in?
Saturday.
What day did the show start with?
Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Just saying.
I just made my point, but thanks.
He says, "Sup, boys, looking forward to this." He's looking forward to being ridiculed, apparently, by you.
I feel like this show has turned into like WWE, where like, you know, when a guy does a run-in, like everyone's entrance music goes off. Like,
yeah, I got more.
No.
Yeah. Chad Zombie Finger is dead. Says, "I'm still waiting for my refund from Marauders Vietnam. Kind of glad I didn't go crazy with that Kickstarter." Wow.
We're gonna get into everything, baby.
Drop him on Christmas Eve, says East Coast Cody. Norwegian Murder Machine says, "How about the Black Vanguard? I haven't heard you mention that since its initial announcement."
Yeah, I put that on the back burner right now just because there were other things I was focusing on. We're still trying to solve some costing issues on the Locust. The Raft just started production. So, you know, and then the black stuff, and then, you know, I'll start working, then I'll come up with like other ideas, and I'm like, ooh, well, the black's starting to get really hot. So I want to start doing more characters for the black because that looks like a series that's really going to take off. You know, the extras are about to start production. The Action Force 1944 is, you know, kind of high priority on my to-do list. So it's about weighing the stuff that not that I don't feel good about the Black Vanguard. There's other stuff I want to work on first. So,
all right. Hal Jordan says Mad Hatter is tied up in Johnny Nostalgia's basement and being held against his will. It puts the lotion on its skin.
Or it gets the hose again.
KJ Smith says, "Oh my God, it's LaserPants." Did you hear him yelling that at the show at Legion's Con? He kept yelling it.
I believe I did.
Now, he did give me this shirt, this highly posable shirt that I'm wearing. So thank you, KJ. They just got monetized and got like $730 in super chats last night. It was crazy.
No way. Wow.
Not that much, but it was a lot.
Okay.
Let's see here. Maybe we should put these on hold. Yes, we will put these on hold, and we'll get into it. So we're going to get into our topic of action figure crowdfunding, and Bobby's taken a page out of my book and made an amazing slideshow here.
I mean, it's not amazing. It was basically just me kind of putting together, you know, numbers. I basically just made a spreadsheet.
I mean, I would have added color and maybe some shading on this.
Listen, I got 100,000 things to do. I'm like, I'm putting time into it. I'm not putting like, because the numbers are what's going to speak for it. I don't need like flashy shit for it. But the topic we are going through tonight is crowdfunding, because it was something that, you know, listen, my line started with a crowdfund. A lot of people do crowdfunds. Crowdfunds have gotten extremely popular recently. There was a time where like 2013, 2014, 15 Kickstarter crowdfunds, they were hot, man. Everyone was doing one. And then after that, a lot of people got burned. A lot of things didn't fund. A lot of things didn't deliver. And then I felt like there was a kind of a lull in Kickstarters. And then I came around. It was still during that period, that tough time. Then now it seems like everyone's kind of doing one. But, you know, and I've mentioned it before that there's so much competition now in the collector market space. And there's so much out there that, you know, us as collectors, we don't have an infinite amount of money. So we have to kind of now like pick and choose like what we want. If you're well off, you could buy more. If you're not, you got to pick and choose. You're on a budget. So I've been noticing, especially with like the HasLabs, the Mattel Creations, a lot of people's money is being tied up in pre-orders. A lot of pre-orders, a lot of it. Now, you guys know I haven't done a crowdfund since the original because I take a different path. I look at it as you grow as a company, you should know your numbers. You should put stuff into production. You put the money back into the company, and you're able to get stuff out faster. You don't have to wait for the crowdfund, sit on the money, put it in production, wait, rinse and repeat. Some companies will just keep doing crowdfunds, and they're not putting out as much stuff. To me, it's about volume. You got to put quality volume out there for people. And that's what puts you in the spotlight, is making sure that every quarter you have stuff coming out so that people are Valaverse, because that's what it's all about. Because how do you stay ahead of the competition? It's with better product, but it's also with relevance. So, to me, it's like Series 6, I just dropped it, I paid for it, I dropped it, and I think people appreciate that more than a pre-order or crowdfund, because they want to know when they're paying for something, they're getting it. You buy it, it ships out, we ship out within 48 hours and you get your stuff. So, it made me start thinking like, man, how much has been tied up in, pre-orders and crowdfunds and this and that. So I put together some research on 16 campaigns. They are almost all Kickstarter. And before you guys comment in there and stuff like that, like, oh, you missed this one. Oh, you missed this one. Listen, I only picked 16. So these are the 16 I focused on. Yes. Are there some that I missed? Yes. But at the same time, I feel like this pool gives an incredibly accurate look into what the state of people's money is. And I'm going to be going through these 16 campaigns, showing you the numbers. I know, like, everyone's like, Bobby hates this company. Bobby hates this company. Listen, I'm not going to be visceral about anything. I'm just going to show the numbers. And in many cases, I'm not even naming the company. I'm giving a brief description of what the campaign was and just showing the numbers. In some cases, I am saying the company. And in those cases are the ones that actually cut and ran, the people that took people's money, never delivered, and vanished. And then I'm going to say the companies are the ones that actually funded and delivered. So without further ado, that was my intro. Now, so that people don't say that I'm biased or anything like that, we are going to start with mine. This was my campaign. And I'm only talking about funded campaigns. There's my first one failed. There's plenty of Kickstarter campaigns that didn't fund. We're not talking about that because these are the ones where the money's actually tied up. So, Action Force by Valaverse. It funded in November of 2019, brought in $130,897, 689 backers, and it was fulfilled. We shipped out Series 1 November of 2021, and that was 2 years. Now, I will say this, and people are like, oh, nice excuse. But listen, there was a pandemic, a global pandemic. It started in China. And it started right when I sent all my stuff to the factory. I met with my project manager in December, handed over all my hard copies, my paint masters, everything, ready to go. Files, I was buttoned up, ready to go. And then COVID hit. Factory shut down for like 8 months, like no workers. Then it was like, when they started getting back up, it was like skeleton crew, man. Like, you had a couple people here and there. So, that was the huge delay. And then there was all the shipping container delays and that sort of thing. Again, it's like, it sucked that it happened. It was part of the campaign, but I have to be honest and show the numbers. These are my numbers. Now that it's all out there, I had a campaign, I did a crowdfund. That's how it started. These are my numbers, and it fulfilled. So next slide, please, Ryan.
There we go. Ooh, chapter 1.
Chapter 1, cutting and running. So we are going to start with.
I just want to recommend on the next time.
Yep.
Is that you do like a center gradient from the middle of the slide. Maybe start with white, and then as it goes out, you want to go to like a dark blue towards the edges of the slide. I think that would just a little extra. That's what I would have done if I was making this slideshow.
I got a Rangers game that I can watch. I don't have to do this right now. Just saying. Anyway, can we continue? Thanks, guys.
Sure. All right, let's go.
So this is where I'm going to focus on campaigns that took people's money, never delivered, and just disappeared. And the first one I'm going to start off with is one of my favorites, because this one got me some heat, and I've never gotten an apology for it. But again, I'm I'm just talking about the numbers. This was a project called Blanks. It was a line of 6-inch figures that are just blank figures for customizers. It was done by a company called Cryptid Toys. This project funded in November of 2017, brought in $64,000, 503 backers. It was never fulfilled. It has been over 7 years, and the creator took the funds and the creator disappeared. People are very angry about this. Now, go to the next one.
Okay, next slide coming up.
Another one by Cryptid Toys.
Yeah.
So this was a huge red flag because this Army Alphas was a line of military figures. It funded in March of 2019, almost $94,000, 484 people. This person launched a Kickstarter before the first one delivered. Should be a big red flag, because that's kind of like one of those things where you're almost robbing Peter to pay Paul. It's like, well, why are you launching a second one if your first one didn't deliver? It's because maybe you need the second one to pay for the first one. Not saying that happens, but conspiracy theorists will talk. It has been over 5 years, and there is no word from this individual, this company, nothing. Took the funds and bounced. So 64,000, 93,000. That's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money between this one company that they took and just bounced.
Now, this one I was very familiar with because I backed this one. And I did think it was a little sus that they had the Blanks Kickstarter going and then they opened this one. Right? I had no interest in Blanks, but of course I wanted the Army guys. I backed this anyway because I was convinced by many YouTubers that this was going to be cool and that I should back this.
Yep. But you got a refund, didn't you?
Thankfully, I listened to my gut and requested a refund when things were looking a little sketchy before he cut and run.
Yep.
And I did get my $600 back. I could have lost $600 to this clown. Yeah. But yeah, so there you go.
Yeah, but think about all that money gone.
It would have been gone. Instead, it went into your campaign. And I still want a refund.
Yeah. I mean, I don't need to get into that. Again, we're just showing the numbers here.
Right.
So next campaign, Airwolf by Mars Industries. People are very upset about this one. This one funded in September of 2021. Now, this was for was it a 3 3/4 inch helicopter or 6-inch? I think it was 3 3/4.
It was 3 3/4.
3 3/4 inch helicopter.
3D printed.
3D printed. That's right. It was 3D printed. September 2021. It funded $70,000, almost 160 people. This one did not fulfill, and it has been in over 4 years. Now, all these I looked to see what the last updates were. Now, in May of 2024, there was 2 updates. One saying that the company was insolvent. Sorry, we're out. What are you going to do? No refunds given or anything like that. Then there was a follow-up. Yeah, people are still commenting. Exactly. I read them. People still comment on the Cryptid Toy stuff too, and that's 7 years. So the creator then put at a last post that same month, May 2024, saying that someone was looking to, kind of fund the project and get it off the ground. And then there was no update since then. So we're talking that over a year since that last update. And I think we can all guarantee that this one's not happening. But again, $70,000 just gone.
Action Figuratorium says Airwolf / Mars Industries did send out some 3D printed parts to a couple backers. I remember that.
Parts.
And I remember that it was resin, and the resin was leaking on them. It was like pouring out of it when they got it. So just side point, just for me personally, I would never back something 3D printed. I would never. No.
Yeah.
That's just me. That's just Ramen says Airwolf is a foregone story. As rule number 1, you do not need a crowdfund for 3D print. Well, there you go.
Yep.
Ace agrees with me.
Yep. Yeah.
All
Absolutely.
right. You let me know when you're ready for the next slide.
Yeah, you can go to the next one. Let me see what it is. Okay. Here we go. Futuristic Combat Soldiers. I believe this was by Invincible Toys. This was a line of 6-inch kind of sci-fi looking dudes. Another one in 2021. 2021 was a big year for Kickstarters. A big year. A lot of these funded in 2021. A lot of money going around in 2021. A lot of COVID checks and stuff like that. So, people had a lot of extra income. This one was over 100 grand. So this is a lot bigger than the previous ones. 333 backers. Did not fulfill. Over 4 years. Now this one, as of the updates, May of 2025, so this year, refunds were given out. Multiple updates were put on the campaign to give out refunds. Multiple reminders. It wasn't just like a, hey, email me for refunds. There was multiple updates about it. So it looks like people had time to get a refund. I do not know anyone that backed this and got a refund. I don't know how many refunds were given out. I don't know if it was partial or full or anything. Okay.
Chad Zombie Finger is Dead says he got a partial refund from them.
Got it. Okay. So
I heard there was a lot of partial refunds.
Got it.
I did not back this just because, I always stress, do your research.
Yep.
Know where you're putting your money. And this one, I had a bad feeling, and I didn't back it.
Yeah. But again, this is just another one where funded, couldn't make it happen. But again, this is this is chapter 1 here. These are the ones that funded. And now again, they didn't cut and run. I mean, again, it's kind of one of those things where I don't know how many refunds. Again, some people are saying partial. So even if you're getting partial, some of your money's still gone. So that's still money disappearing. So you have to kind of, lump them all together. So,
I mean, like Kickstarter says, you're taking a risk here. You're not guaranteed anything.
Yep. And that's the thing. So there's that fine print. Kickstarter washes their hands of it. Now I see, I'll read some of these comments and people are like, I'm suing this and that. And it's like, okay, so say you pledged $300. What are you going to do? You're going to go to small claims court. It's going to cost you 7 times as much for that lawsuit to get your $300 back.
Yeah.
But also, if you want to do a what's it called? Get everyone together. You have to get everyone, and it's called like a RICO case. And it's it's everyone in there. To
class action.
A class action to pull it all together. But it's like, dude, you're not getting everyone to do that. Again, it would cost so much money. And it's like, again.
And if the campaign was $100,000,
yeah,
that's likely what the lawyer would cost. He'd take it all.
Exactly. So, yeah. But again, I don't know if there's another one in this chapter, but you can go to the next one. Oh, there is. Here we go. So this one has caused quite a stir recently. This was the Ninja Scroll 6-inch figures by the Foosh.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this one, I believe, is the only one in all my research that was not a Kickstarter. So finding the numbers on this is impossible. So it was funded by the Foosh. They did it through their website, through pre-orders. They did not show how many backers. They did not show how much money. They just said funded or not funded. So, but in September of 2023, they said it funded. Everything else is unknown, has never been fulfilled. It's been 2 years. To date, BBTS has canceled orders for people, claiming that the manufacturer is not manufacturing these. So they were the first instance of saying that these weren't happening. The creator, the Foosh, has not come out publicly and said anything. From what I understand, no one has received any sort of refund or partial or full or anything like that. So, the Foosh kind of took that money and ran. However, they didn't disappear. Their site is still up. They're still working with another company with some of their figures, which is a bad look.
What it looks like to me is maybe BBTS was given the tooling for the skeletons in exchange for the money they lost. Maybe.
If that's the case, I feel like people need to be honest and upfront.
Well, that's what Invincible Toys did. They gave whatever tooling they had to BBTS.
They did. Yeah. Now, it happens, but again, this is sort of something where, I will sort of start giving my opinion on these things, where I've always been honest about everything, QC issues, everything. You have to be upfront with people. You have to. Like, being upfront and being honest and saying what's going on is the only way, like, stuff is going to get done or things get mended or this or that. It's like, to not say anything, to not do anything, like, at least like the Airwolf guy, he was like, we're insolvent, man. I'm being honest. The Invincible guy, hey man, this isn't going to happen. I'll give some refunds where I can. You got to stand up for what you did, So, it's just like one of those things where I just wish people were a little more honest. And, this one company, you guys know I'm not a fan of. It's a lot of no comments or this and that. I wish people would address the elephant in the room and, just be honest with people, because otherwise we're just going to form our own opinions. And, stuff like this is where it gets talked about. So,
all right.
I believe that was the only one left in this chapter. So if you want to read some super chats before we get into the next one, we can do that.
Sure. Let's go. We got Texas 1911 says, Bobby is the only company I know that sells their exclusives on the website after the show, the exact same ones, and I really appreciate that. Thank you, Bobby.
I just remember there was one more campaign in chapter 1.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll do that, and then we'll get into the super chats.
There you go.
So this one was a line of 4-inch Vietnam action figures. I probably figured it out, but again, I'm going to spare them this one. This one, again, funded in August of 2021. This one was an astronomical number. $500,000.
Wow.
1,100 backers. And it was not fulfilled. 4 years went by, over 4 years. Nothing got fulfilled. Now, in August of 2024, they announced that the project was being canceled and that people can reach out about receiving store credit or refunds, what have you. We know several people that requested refunds that did not get them. So that is not okay. And I'm waiting for this company to address that, because literally it's not just one person, it's multiple people. Now, that was August of last year. September of this year, they put 4 of the figures as part from that campaign offered to purchase on their website. And now the original Kickstarter was a ton of SKUs. It was a ton of different items. And out of that, they pulled 4 figures to offer. Now, it's unfortunate that there are people that did not receive refunds, yet they're offering these figures to buy. And I think they're very expensive, $30 or something like that for a 4-inch figure. Yeah. So, big amount of money, very, very big amount of money. And this was one that, I think, just, looking at it from outside the wall here, I see this company used to be a big presence at shows, big booth and that sort of thing. Now they're a small presence. And I think something like this, hurt them pretty bad. It's not a good look. It's not a good look, especially, when there are people that have publicly said that they asked for a refund and they didn't get it. And then you're offering items from that campaign for people to buy from your website. And I think that's, if that were me and like, look, I ended a campaign and I said, look, we're ending the project, I'd make sure before I offered anything for sale, I'd make sure that every single person was taken care of, whether you got a refund or a store credit or whatever, but again, we know multiple people that did not get their refund that they requested. So
Tim Taser says he did get a full refund.
okay.
So there's one.
Okay.
So to Get Bad Dudes, but there's other people that are saying that. Okay. Anyway. And now you want to do super chats?
Yeah, we'll do some super chats.
Okay, and then we'll get to chapter 2.
Sure.
All right. Let's see here. Chuck, you dude says Turtles, Legion Bear, Sentinels, a Bigfoot, Burning Hammer, Piper's Pit, some other shit I can't think of. All about to murder my wallet. A lot of stuff is hitting right now, dude. I know you don't pre-order much, Bobby, but collectors are getting killed with pre-orders fulfilling right now.
And that's the thing. To me, it's more of a I don't remember what I ordered. I have a little spreadsheet when I order from like 5K Toys or Toys Metaverse, like the import companies, because I want to remember where that money's tied up. But I don't. Other than that, like I did pre-order the Mondo Super Shredder, which got delayed, and I did just get an email saying that it just shipped. So, but other than that, I really don't pre-order much. I don't want my money tied up.
Well, I mean, I do pre-order, but I always, say pre-order responsibly. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When I do pre-order, I like to pre-order from nerdzoic.com, Bobby. Have you heard of nerdzoic.com?
I have. They are a partner of mine.
Yeah. Matt Big Nerdy over at nerdzoic.com. He is a collector. He has a toy store for collectors. You can rely on him because he gets it. Matt Big Nerdy at Nerdzoic. I gotta take this off. It's covering my face. He gets it. He does. They carry everything. McFarlane, Marvel Legends, Valaverse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Transformers, wrestling, including this right here. The new Gong Studios Hush Batman that looks friggin' amazing.
I couldn't
pre-order this fast enough, dude.
Out.
Oh, Nerdzoic sold out?
Oh, I don't know. I should look, but I need one.
Dude, you do. I couldn't pre-order this thing fast enough from nerdzoic.com. But, why not buy from a toy store that's a small American business, family-run business? Matt and his wife, Anna, operate the store. If there's ever an issue, you know who you're talking to when you hit up customer service. It's going to be Big Nerdy or his wife, Anna. They'll take care of you. Nerdzoic.com is by collectors, for collectors. They have excellent customer service. They're a family business. Let's see here. I gotta get my notes. This is supposed to be natural.
That sure sounds natural.
Yeah, I know. Independent and proudly collector-owned. Every purchase supports a small business, and this business is built from passion, not corporate money. They have a 4.9 out of 5 rating on Trustpilot and Google, and they're a certified Google trusted store. Honesty and transparency, Bobby, are nerdzoic.com's core values. No overpromises, no gimmicks. And by the way, no surprise tariff fees at checkout. If tariffs change, Matt's going to cover it. If you pre-order something at one price, that's the price you're going to pay when it arrives.
As it should be.
Yes. They put customers first with quick responses, real support from Matt and Anna, and a genuine passion for helping collectors because, like I said, Matt is a collector. He's been a collector for decades now, Bobby. So why support the big guys like Amazon? Why support these billion-dollar corporations? Support a nice family-owned business like nerdzoic.com. Nerdzoic.com, where they're small enough to care, Bobby, but they're big enough to deliver. How about that? Nerdzoic.com. And there's the link in the chat. Thank you, Scott, for dropping that. I'm going to pin that in the chat right there. Please do use that link if you decide to pre-order or order anything in stock from nerdzoic.com. And by the way, take advantage of their Nerd Stash feature. The Nerd Stash is where you can pile up your orders, your pre-orders, your in-stock orders. You can pile them up and then choose to ship them all at once for a low shipping price. I mean, what else do you need? That's all you need.
I
Nerdzoic.com.
mean,
That's where you should buy your toys. All right.
Okay.
Let's get back to we're in the chat, right? Yeah. Earl Potts is here, member for 27 months. He says, "Damn it, I spent more money on Valaverse this week."
Thank you, Earl. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Earl. Shout out to Earl. Love Earl. Robert Diaz sends in a super chat. He says, "Ryan better put Dr. Doom in his chair." Thank you, Robert. I don't have Dr. Doom handy, but I did see that, and me and him did a trade. He did send me the Dr. Doom chair, and I put a Varnock in it right there. This is the Diamond Select. Thank you, Robert.
I took that chair and I glued a bunch of guns to it, almost like the Game of Thrones throne.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That's cool.
I put Carrick in it. It was cool. Yeah.
He also included this is Dupe from the Maximum Deadpool, which I won't buy. But it was part of the trade. So thanks, Robert. Shout out to you, man. Robert's been watching us for like 5 years.
Yeah.
So Wesley Hendricks is here. He sends in a member chat. Member for 23 months. That's almost 2 years. Thank you, Wesley. When are we getting more Action Force stories? Another wave or figures and no stories, no conclusion to Sergeant or Duster, no White Dragon.
Yeah, man. Look,
you're not making White Dragon. Let's put it. We got to get it out there. White Dragon, you have no control over.
Nope.
That's some other dude who we had on the show, Aaron Shonky, and good luck seeing anything from White Dragon. In my opinion, it's not looking good.
Yeah, while we're doing a show about Kickstarters that haven't delivered, I mean,
yeah.
So the stories. Look, every week I'm pushing comic book publishers. I've had a comic book publisher really close to signing, fell through. Then I had another one interested. Then comics are tough right now because one, they're super expensive to do, and they don't sell as well. So it's like companies really don't want to take risks on something that is sort of unproven. Now, Action Force may be a very popular toy line, but you got to look to these comic book publishers. Are like, is it something that we know we can move issues with? I've talked to some publishers about like co-financing. So I'm currently still talking with them. The reason I haven't done it is one, time and expense. It's like I just don't have it. Like, if I'm putting my own expense out there, I want to put it into the figures like that. I run a toy company, but I also understand that you have to build the brand by putting the stories out there. So it's, I'm actively working on it. It's just not the easiest sort of plan. It's not just like, oh, just put comics out. It's not that easy. There's a lot of work that goes into it, but I am actively pushing for it.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you, Wesley. Let's see here. We got Alpha Red says, Bobby, Valaverse having a Black Friday sale. Is Valaverse.
Haven't we always? But I don't know. Maybe I'll change it up this year and just not do it. We'll see. I don't know, but I haven't decided.
Well, you know who is having a Black Friday sale?
Who, Ryan?
Nerdzoic.com. In fact, it started last week. The stupidly early Black Friday sale on nerdzoic.com. Check it out. I think Desert Condor is part of that sale.
Okay.
You can pick up a Valaverse Desert Condor.
He's been sold out for us, so.
Yeah. Sci-Fi George, thanks for the super chat. He says, Bobby, will you be making era-specific weapons packs for the AF 1942 wave, Action Force? I think it's 1944.
It is 1944.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ryan.
Love the shotgun assortment in the Lima pack. I got 3 November packs. Dude, the shotguns are sick in that pack.
Lima is flying. I have to check our inventory on Monday, but it's not looking good. Lima. It seems like every single order has Lima in it, just because people love that set with the shotguns and the AKs. I'm like, okay. But to answer your question, why would I do a line and not include period-specific weapons?
I just want my M1 Grand.
Don't worry.
I know.
I got you covered.
Okay. So back to the chat here. The next one. Figure Fight Club says, Bobby, what TCG cards do you collect? Heard you were a collector.
I dip my toe in the water a little bit with Pokemon. me and my son, it's kind of like something we do, but it's like, I like ripping packs, and, I don't like really stay up to date on like all the new sets that come out and stuff like that. I was a big 151 fan. And as I mentioned on our stream from Legions Con, I did pull the special illustration Charizard, which I just sent in to get graded because it does look pristine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Because you pulled that Charizard, I was walking into Target a few days ago, and all the Pokemon nerds were lined up to get in.
Were they really?
Dude, So they all go in, and I'm like, go ahead, nerds. I stayed back. I don't want to get the full face of BO. And they go in, and I go in, and they all swarm the card section at Target, and then they, take off, and I see what remains, and there's one actual box of Pokemon cards remaining. The boxes they were all going for. The guy said, hand baskets, like 3-4 of them in there. And I see one left. I'm like, what the hell? And I grabbed it. And I bought it. It was $60.
How many packs were in it?
I don't know. I'm leaving it in the saran wrap. I'm leaving it sealed.
Oh.
I'm putting it on the shelf. I'm going to forget about it maybe one day,
Why don't you just send it to me?
I'll trade you.
I don't even know what it is. Like, that's the thing. I'm not up
I don't
to
know what it
date
is.
on
I don't
the
know
sets.
anything about Pokemon.
Because like, I know they have sets come out multiple times a year, and yeah, when I go to Target or Walmart or something like that, there's never Pokemon stuff there because they go clean it out.
Yeah, you got to get there when it opens, otherwise you're screwed. Real quick, we have passed 500 live viewers. We have 528 on YouTube and X. Thank you, guys. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. I know this is like some weird YouTuber trope, but seriously, YouTube is kicking us in the balls right now. We drop more subscribers than we gain lately. It's crazy.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Have you heard about
Probably
Camelot
my fault.
331? Camelot 331 getting like all his super chats charged back, and like his YouTube account is in the negative, and he does it for a living. It's crazy. I don't know. It's like some new scam. Let's see here. We got the Death Skull member for 27 months. Thank you so much, Death Skull. Squad of Replay, 3POA, Faux Life. Thank you, Death Skull. Grizzly Nightmare, thanks for the super chat. We appreciate your honest opinion, Bobby.
Thanks. Hey, man. I'm glad you do. Not everyone does, though.
East Coast Cody wants to let you know he's obsessed with the new backpacks, especially the SATCOM ones.
Yeah, those are fun. Did you plug the minigun into the crossbody one? That's fun.
What's up, Pock Photos? I sent him Henry Cavill Superman the other day because I didn't want it because it's trash. McFarlane, trash. Kidding. No, it came in a 2-pack with Doomsday.
Oh,
McFarlane's the only one to make the movie Doomsday. So it was on some sale, I think, on Amazon. And I got the 2-pack and I gave him the Superman.
okay.
Let's see here. John Garrett, thanks for being a member for 19 months. Did Bobby get his Ecto 1 yet? If so, then how do you like it?
I have not. I didn't know they were shipping. Are they shipping? Did they ship?
I think they're shipping. Really?
Shipping.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they'll see my name and send mine last. But
Yeah. Pock Photos says everyone is doing it. Everyone creating a toy line is the modern day version of, hey, let's start a band.
100%.
Dude, I'm from Seattle. I get that.
100%.
Find me someone in high school that wasn't in a band. Oh my God.
Right.
Headcanon Unlimited, member for 21 months. This is the kind of stuff that fascinates me.
Well, then let's get back into it, baby.
All right, we're going to, after this one, because Mrs. LP says LP is the king of the PPP. Pretty PowerPoint.
Next time I'll have him make it for me.
Damn right. All right. Back to the PowerPoint. Chapter 2.
All right.
A little bit longer now.
A little bit longer now. So these campaigns that I'm going to focus on in this next chapter are ones that where the companies are still active. They are still giving updates. But it's been a long time. It's been a very long time. Some have fulfilled some portions, others have not. And this is like, this one is really like where the problems lie. I mean, the problems are definitely in the guys that cut and run, but also these ones, if you know a company took your money and ran, you can kind of get over it and just be like, whatever, wash my hands of it. But it's these ones where you know the companies are active, the companies are at shows, they're on social media, they're on podcasts, and they're still sitting on your money. So let's get into it.
All right.
So the first one up. This was a vehicle, a sci-fi looking skull vehicle. Another one from 2021. So November 2021, $600,000, almost 2,000 backers. Now, has it fulfilled? Yes and no. How can it be yes and no? Well, some things that they offered in the campaign have been delivered. However, there's some things as part of that campaign that people backed that have not delivered. And since that campaign, it has been 4 years. 4 years. I put it in red so you can see it. 4 years.
Yeah, that's a long time.
So it's a long time. It's a very long time. Now, again, you know, you're giving updates, you're at shows, you're selling stuff. I don't know how that would sit with me if I was a company. I just like 4 years. Like mine was 2 with COVID. This is 4 years. Now, just to kind of give you some inside baseball, which will get people mad, but listen, it's facts are facts. This factory used to do Action Force stuff. Does a little bit here and there, but this factory also does somebody else's successful Kickstarter line who had no problem delivering and putting product out, getting product made. So how is it that some people can get their stuff done and out to people, and something like this with no global pandemic has taken 4 years? I'm just asking the question because I'm trying to figure out, like, well, you know, what's the deal? But again, the numbers are the numbers. 4 years, not everything is delivered. So, you know, have at it. You know, I know some people have talked to me and was like, yeah, I'm not happy about how long it's taken. And it's like, no one should be happy about how long something like this has taken, but you know, it is what it is. And
I'm very surprised there's no outrage over this. I mean, when there was Mezco with the 89 Batman, that was only, I say only, that was 3 years. That's all you saw on like Mezco groups. So like, where's the 89 Batman? It became a meme. There was no there was no relief from the vitriol and the rage, you know?
I mean, I have a theory. Now, this is just my theory. So I'm just going to put this out there as my theory on why maybe they're getting a pass. And some people want to be uber positive, want to be the nice guys, want to, you know, be friends with everyone, that sort of thing. And I think when people see that, it gives, you know, if you see a super, super nice guy and you're mad at him, it's like, when he's really nice, it's hard to be mad at that person because you're like, oh, I'm really mad at you. You're shitting on my money and I want my stuff. But you're like, but you're so nice. You know, I think that has probably helped cool things down a little bit. Listen, I know as outspoken as I am about things, now I say outspoken, I feel like I do it. I put the facts out there and I'm outspoken about those things. But if I took 4 years to deliver on something, I would be burned at the stakes. Like, you know, like this was, you know, what's that town in Massachusetts where they burn the witches? Salem. This would be like some Salem witch trials for me. So I tend to look like, why is it okay to burn someone, but then give someone else a pass? You know, so it's unfortunate. 4 years is a very, very long time. Now, I've heard things. I'm not going to get into all that. It'd be nice if the company was more honest about why things have taken this long. But this is where we're at. 4 years, $600,000.
All right. Oh, 600,000. Okay. Scott says when Bobby says the amount raised, he needs to do the Dr. Evil pinky pose. Okay, you ready? Ready?
$600,000.
There we go. All right. All right. Next slide. Next slide.
Sure.
All right. Oops. Did I click it? No. Okay. Religious action figures.
Religious action figures. Yeah, that's a thing, I guess. It's not my cup of tea, but it's a thing. So this was one. This is a line of 6-inch religious action figures. This campaign funded in April of 2023, raised over $100,000 with almost 300 backers, and it has not been fulfilled. And it has been 2.5 years, over 2.5 years. So as of September of 2025, the latest update said that parts are still being tooled.
Huh.
Okay. So me as a manufacturer, I work with a lot of factories. I know how long it takes to tool something. April 2023, 2.5 years, and you're still tooling things. That is a major, major, major red flag. Major.
How does that even happen?
Exactly. I could give an opinion on why that happens, but that's not what this was about.
Can I give an opinion?
You sure?
I think someone doesn't know what they're doing. That's my opinion.
Funny how someone else sees it besides me. But yeah, it's and there's no delivery time frame. Like there is none. There's no delivery time frame in that last update. So just thinking benefit of the doubt here. Say they finish tooling by the end of December. That means maybe the factory will start production, but most likely the factory will probably wait on production because they don't want to start production and then they got Chinese New Year and then go back into production. They'll probably start production after Chinese New Year. Now, this is giving the benefit of the doubt that tooling will be done by the end of December, which if I was a betting man, I'd say no. So you're looking at, say, production at the end of February, a good solid 3 months possibly for production. Then you're looking at, shipping. It's like, I don't even know if this will make it by the end of 2026. I don't. But we'll see. I mean, again, they're at shows, they're giving updates, but 2.5 years and you're still tooling is a major, major problem as far as like manufacturing goes. Major problem.
Yeah. So. Next slide.
Sure.
You tell me when you want the next slide.
Next slide, please.
All right.
This one, there's going to be a lot to it because I'm combining 2 campaigns for one company. These are 6-inch anthropomorphic animal figures.
That's Articulated Ninja's favorite word, by the way. Anthropomorphic.
So they had a campaign that launched in April of 2021. Go figure. Another 2021. And that raised $360,000 with almost 1,200 backers. Now, for the first one, I put fulfilled yes and no. Now, I don't know for sure because I think I backed it but asked for a refund before it shipped or something like that. But either way, there are items that I don't know if they were part of the original Kickstarter or unlocks or sort of funded with it, but I know for sure that there is a Big Bad exclusive item that was sort of part of that series 1 from that original campaign.
No, that was the second campaign.
No.
Oh.
I believe there might be 2 Big Bad exclusives. I believe there's the wolf, the robot wolf thing was part of the first series.
No, that was second series.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I am.
I thought I read differently. Either way, okay, I could be wrong on this. I thought maybe people in the comments can comment if they backed and they know for sure. I thought there was stuff still from the first one that, because they're still doing updates about things being fixed from early campaign stuff. So again, it's up in the air, but it's been 4.5 years since that first campaign. They launched the second campaign in April of 2024. Last year, raised $350,000, almost as much as the first, and a little less people than the first. This has still not fulfilled, and it has been almost 2 years. Now, I looked at the comments that the updates were showing that the second campaign is still in the tooling phase with no delivery date given. So this is same situation with the previous one where 2 years and you're still tooling. This is almost 2 years. Now, this is an established company who's done stuff and put stuff out before. And you're almost 2 years in and you're still tooling. Now, that update, which is all public, you can go and see the update. They sort of buried the factory on that one, which I was not happy with because this is a factory that I've used, a factory that many of these Kickstarters have used. And they buried the factory, threw them under the bus as if to put the blame off on them, which very much rubbed me the wrong way. I don't like that because there has to be all the blame can't be put on the factory. You know, blame gets spread around, man. There's a lot of cooks in the kitchen here. So, you know, that's where I'm at with this. But again, almost 2 years, still tooling, no delivery date given, $350,000 still tied up. Okay.
Wow.
Next slide, please.
Next slide. Coming right up. There
Okay.
it is.
This is a line of Barbarian action figures. 6-inch, very muscular Barbarian action figures. This was funded in August of 2024. Almost $400,000, almost 1,300 people. It has not fulfilled yet, and it has been a year and 3 months. Not an incredible amount of time when you're thinking about it. However, things can get made in a year if you're prepared. So I was looking at the updates. Now, this is one where I am going to address this company. They do listen to our show because I've seen them at recent shows and they listen. You need to reach out to me because I saw their latest update from November of 2025. And it is showing a sample that they are calling an EP sample. Now, EP sample stands for engineering pilot. After an EP sample, you have FEP, final engineering pilot. And what they're showing is a resin model. I don't know, actually, I know who is probably telling them this information. But guys, the information you are being given is incorrect. And you need to reach out to me and I will talk to you and I will give you whatever advice I can for you. That too.
That was an accident.
Because this is not an EP sample. What you are looking at is called a check model. Check models are resin models that are done before tooling, which is basically the final model you see that you make comments on and you approve. Once you approve the check model, that is what they cut the steel off of. EP samples are injection molded plastic. EP samples are always plastic. That is what they send to you. What you guys were showing, that resin sample, is a check model, because you say in the update that no tooling has begun yet, which a year and 3 months and no tooling done is a major, major red flag. So again, I will give you the accurate information. You reach out to me, we can have a call, and I will explain to you how these samples go, so you know the terminology, because right now you're giving incorrect information to the people that forked up $400,000 for you. So now the same update where no tooling has been done yet, they're saying that they're looking for tooling to begin soon with a Q1 delivery. Let's just get real here for a second here. If you haven't tooled yet, there is no way that you can get tooling done by the end of the year. And then I just talked about how long production will take. And you have Chinese New Year that takes up a lot of January and February. And you think you're going to deliver? That means have production done on a boat. Boat takes about 40 to 45 days to get over here for a Q1 delivery? Guys, I think we need to discuss realistic timeframes, and because this isn't accurate. I'm concerned because of the $400,000 number and the 1,300 people waiting, where a year and 3 months has gone by and you're not tooled yet. We're not, what are we doing here? Yeah, thank you, Ace. See, Ace manufacturer understands it. You have to be realistic with your customers. Also, what have we been doing for a year and 3 months? If we're not tooling it, what have we been doing? And again, not an EP sample. That is a check model. So there's that. So again, reach out to me. We need to have a call. We need to listen. I will do whatever I can to give you some advice on realistic expectations for this project, because that update from September is not a realistic expectation.
That's incredibly kind of you to do that.
Again,
even though, apparently you're just a hater.
I'm just a hater, but again, I feel for the people. Again, if this was like $70,000 and it was 300 people, maybe I wouldn't be as open. But that's a huge amount of money, and that is a lot of backers. So yeah.
All right.
But yeah. Next slide, please.
Next slide. Oh, chapter 3. How about before chapter 3, we go to our chat?
Sure. Yes, let's go.
All right, let me take this down. We've got Zekeverse says thank you for being a member for 25 months. Zekeverse, he says, I was lucky to get a full refund from Futuristic Combat Soldiers. Good. That's good. I'm glad you got a refund. Yeah. Ryan Torney says, so this is an issue of Kickstarters needing an insurance law to protect backers, and if not, does bankruptcy mean no one has a right to refunds? Yeah. So Kickstarter is an investment. It's not a purchase. So you have no right to refunds. It's important to know that going in. When you invest in a company, know what you're investing in, know how it works. So, yeah. East Coast Cody says, I'm still not happy that Monster Force partnering with Fwoosh. Why would they do that? I don't know.
Listen, guys, I really don't want to say, because look, I'm going to sound like a hater because of how I feel about that company. Guys, this is stuff, if you're voicing it to us, voice it to them. voice it to them because they're the ones that need to hear it. I mean, me giving my opinion doesn't do anything, but you are 100% right.
Yeah.
100% right.
The Doubled says, Robo don't know where your money went. It's true. He quit the Fwoosh. He was like, I see where this is going. I'm out. Probably. Let's see here. We got Zakanen is here. Member for 18 months.
Get fucked!
Zakanen! He says P1, 441 Rangers, 1 Mammoths.
That was a while ago. Let me see
He's watching the Rangers game. Thank you, Zakanen. Ramen Toy says Big Bad Workshop should do a statement to let folks know about the status of the unfulfilled Ninja Scroll.
You would think.
That would be good. I mean, well, Big Bad Toy Store did notify everyone that pre-ordered Ninja Scroll that their orders were canceled. But since they have tooling from Fwoosh, yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Because people want to know where their Ninja Scroll money is.
Yep.
Or the figures. East Coast Cody says, man, 2021 was a good year for criminals. Well, I'm not making that claim.
It is now 2-1 Rangers, baby.
There you go. Studio Tizzy, who texted me, this is Alex. YouTube's doing this weird thing where they show the @ not the username, so it doesn't say Alex Sanchez. Studio Tizzy, he says, one more slide. Project AMNX by Riot Press.
Alex, I said at the beginning, I only said ones that funded, not multiples that failed.
Yeah. I got to read this, though, because Alex, Alex is our friend. American Ninja X, I think that's what it meant, which was just whatever. By Riot Press, funded date, didn't twice. That's the funded date. Amount raised, peanuts. Backers, not enough. Fulfilled, he wishes. Time since funded, ha 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 ha. Notes, Riot Press is gay.
Amazing comment.
You gotta love Alex, man. Shout out to Alex. I hope Katie Did clips that. Katie Did should clip that. In fact, I'm gonna do it again, just so Katie Did can clip this.
Who's Katie Did?
She's a Comicsgate clipper.
Gotcha.
So Alex Sanchez sends in this chat. He says, one more slide. Project AMNX by Riot Press. Funded date. Didn't twice. Amount raised. Peanuts. Backers. Not enough. Fulfilled. He wishes. Time since funded. Notes. Riot Press is gay.
Gay!
100%.
There you go. All right.
Ace, you need to rethink this one, pal. Reach out to me. Rethink this one.
Ramen.
This one, no good for you.
No, he's not involved in that.
No, weren't they working on some Silverhawks ripoff or some
Nope.
shit like that?
No more.
Oh,
Ace
no more?
talked about it the other day.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, then I'm happy.
Ramen Toy Ace says it is good for all collectors to keep a book of accounts of the product, date, and price. That's what I do. Me too, Ace. I have a whole note section of everything on my phone. Yeah.
They're called cost sheets. I have very extensive cost sheets for every single series and every single item, and I know exactly how many units, what it costs, delivery dates, that sort of thing.
Yep. The Alleviator, member for 26 months. Thank you. I'll pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Cheers. Our friend Pablito, who was at DFW with shots of tequila at 10 a.m. Thank you, Pablito, for the $10. I think Mr. Bobby said he wasn't going to DFW. What are the shows that Valaverse will be attending this next year? Planning my show schedule, trying to be proactive.
I still have not. I haven't made a definitive. So there's 2 shows. I've done both of these shows. I did DFW and IshCon last year. I loved both shows.
I'll be right back.
Both shows are on the same weekend. So I'm in a predicament where, I committed to one show already, but the other show is like my big show of the year. So I'm like, shit, what do I do? I'm not. I don't, it's like people are like, oh, well, you can do like a street team kind of thing, like the 4 Horsemen do. I like to be present at all the shows. It's just the way, I like to do it. I like to see all the fans and stuff, but I'm definitely in a tough spot with this one. I wish that DFW did not move their date from June, but supposedly some FIFA thing is going on in Dallas in June or some shit like that. So, yeah, but again, I'm always honest with you guys. This is the predicament. I have not decided which show I'm going to do. I will be making that decision by the end of the year because I need to, finalize my whole, convention schedule for 2026.
All righty. Thank you, Pablito. Can you figure member for 15 months as Steel Brigade head pack? Question mark.
Sounds like a dumb idea. Dumb idea.
Jeff, our friend Jeff Wheat is here. Member for 27 months. Shout out to Jeff. He sent me he gave me his childhood Transformer G1 tapes.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. I talked about it on Wednesday, Jeff, if you missed it. He says, Bobby, so excited for my Series 6 order. Did you decide what shows you're doing late May and June? We covered that.
I mean, I can tell you right now, I'm 100% definitely doing ZoloCon. That's going to be the first show of the year. I'm doing Shop the Curiosity again. After that, it's very much all up in the air.
Rosa and I got to coordinate time off and flights. So there
Especially because now I might be blacklisted from Legion's Con.
Yeah. It was fun.
It was fun.
I had a good time the 1 year I went.
Year run.
Yeah. Oh, well. Let's see here. Todd Loves Toys sends in $2. Thank you, Todd. Arrived late. Did you mention Hell Screamers 2016? I
didn't.
That's one that cut and ran, isn't it? Yeah.
That's another one that cut and ran. I didn't go back that far. 2017 was the earliest one I did. But again, it's like I said in the beginning, there's going to be some that I didn't put in here of the 16 that I went through.
Yeah. Can you fig it for $2? Thank you. Action Force, the animated series? Question mark.
That's my dream.
Trying.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Mobile Recluse, member for 27 months. Thank you. Hello, guys. Any updates on Splinter Cell figures?
Ooh, that's about to go into production too. So that'll hit next year. So yeah. I can't give updates on that like I can with Action Force because I don't own it. It's licensed. So I have to get everything approved and stuff like that. So I plan on teasing something about Splinter Cell very soon.
All right. Real Puck Photo says, Bobby, I'll trade you some 151 for a Vanguard.
Yes, please. Okay. Shoot me a message on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll take you up on that deal.
There you go. Bill Varus, thanks for becoming a channel member. Stay tuned for the after show. There is an after show tonight, and you could be part of it. We're doing trivia, and Bobby's doing trivia tonight. He said he's going to stay. He's going to be one of the contestants. You can go up against Bobby if you're a hooligan on trivia night tonight. So stay tuned for that. Hooligans, channel members. Let's see here. House Hendo, member for 13 months. Thank you, Mr. Hendo. We saw him at Rhode Island Comic Con. Good dude. He says, he's an hour late. Did I miss any specific campaigns mentioned by Bobby? Like to hear his thoughts on Meta Travelers and Galactic Valor if he has any.
I don't know those two. But again, there's going to be some I just didn't cover.
Yeah. Galactic Valor was at Legion's Con, and I had those guys on the show.
Okay.
And yeah, they're moving along. I forget. He told me at the show where they're at in production, and I'm sorry, I forget. But they've made many toys over the years. So,
gotcha.
I mean, yeah, just reach out to them. And Meta Travelers, I know nothing about that campaign because I didn't back it. Plastic Skull 717. Thanks for the $5. When are we getting an Action Force figure of LaserPants? That's a good question. That's what we need. Everyone's been
when I do a LaserPants figure, that'll be like the equivalent of G.I. Joe going to space.
The hell is that supposed to mean?
Line's dead, baby.
And are we caught up? Oh boy.
They really call that.
Oh, look at this. Huh? Wait, what? Are you watching the Rangers game?
Sorry, there's a discrepancy with the goal.
Okay.
But they might have tied it up. So.
Got Articulated Ninja reviews here, Bobby. The showrunner for ToyTuberCon coming in 2026. He sends in $10. Thank you so much, Ninja. Speaking of apologies, during that live, I wanted to apologize to Bobby for spilling his drink on him. Everyone thinks he hates me now, but people don't understand. We always joke around and our humor.
Ninja, there was a lot of
There it is.
feelings that got hurt from that stream and things that were taken a little too seriously. And
he hurt my right nipple.
I definitely hate you for spilling my drink. So
the zipper on his hoodie stabbed my right nipple and punctured.
Hey guys, I can tell you right now, I'm definitely not doing ToyTuber Expo next year.
That's not true. Oh, please do that show. I want to go again.
No.
Thank you, Ninja, for the $10. Appreciate you, man. Let's see here. Ramen Toy. Actually, Ramen, we are going to talk about that. Yes. Okay. That was a spoiler. We're going to talk about that. This isn't all negativity, this stream. We are going to glaze some people. At least I am. I'm bringing the glazing gun. Espo is here. Thanks for the barbecue sandwiches at Legion's Con, Espo. They were excellent. He says, member for 21 months. He says, just want to wish you and all 3 POA hooligans a very happy Thanksgiving. Can't wait for equipment 10 to come. Need to outfit Series 6 figures. Yeah. Tell you what, if my Thanksgiving has barbecue sandwiches, that brisket sandwich, that will be perfect. We're doing brisket! No freaking turkey.
I wish
I don't like
Thanksgiving
turkey.
turned into a barbecue holiday. I'm actually, this is going to sound like blasphemous and people are going to get mad at me for this, but I don't like Thanksgiving. I'm not a big turkey fan. I think it's a dry meat. When Thanksgiving comes around, I eat a bunch of sides. I don't really eat I like the pecan pie and pumpkin pie, but I don't.
Yes, pumpkin, yes.
But as far as like the Thanksgiving dinner, I'm just like, I'm good.
They did a big
barbecue, brisket, cornbread. Yes.
At work a couple days ago, they did a big lunch for everyone, and it was like a potluck. And this guy brought in a deep fried turkey, that was good. But just a baked turkey in the oven, no thanks.
Yeah, the deep frying thing has like become a big trend over the last like 5 to 10 years, and it does make it a little more juicy, but I still don't dig it.
Yeah. All right. Let me see here. John of Arc says, question for Bobby that's unrelated to the stream. Okay. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Did you hear about how the Fantastic Four Sue had her butt changed in later runs due to concerns of misogyny?
Like the Legends figure?
Never heard
you know
of
anything?
that.
I don't know anything about this. I know more context.
There are Marvel Legends bodies like the Black Cat body or the Spider Woman body that I guess they will not use anymore because the titties are too big, which is discriminatory against women with big titties.
Right? Why you gotta discriminate against them?
And men with big titties. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Discrimination from Hasbro. And they don't love the earth because they don't have plastic-free packaging anymore. So, thanks a lot, Hasbro, for being evil. Jersey Maniac says, this show is ensuring I never back a Kickstarter ever again. Listen, that's up to you.
Yeah, you buy what you want.
I will not say that. I will still back
information.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still at where I'm always been at. Like, know what you're doing. Know where your money's going. That's my thing. And there's still a risk,
Yeah.
Let's see here. Get done with that. We're gonna put that on pause. We're gonna get back to the slideshow here.
Because we're almost done with it.
Not pretty enough slideshow. Yeah. Chapter 3, memo received.
Chapter 3, memo received. These are campaigns that got the memo. They said, here's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to fulfill, or you're supposed to fund, then fulfill and deliver. And these people did it. So I'm going to congratulate these next people, and I'm I'm going to say the company name, I'm going to say the project, because they fulfilled. They did it. Bravo. So first up, Odious by Unparalleled Universe. This was 1 6-inch figure. You guys know, if you are Unparalleled fans, it's, Wade's sort of mascot of the Bigfoot looking guy. This was funded in July of 2023. It raised $137,000, almost 1,000 backers. it fulfilled, and it was delivered in a year. It was, again, it was one figure. It wasn't much, it's if it was like multiple SKUs and stuff like that, which a lot of these Kickstarters are, they tend to take years. This was smart. He didn't overextend himself. He did one figure and it shipped. Now he's working on his second Kickstarter. I do not know where it's at right now, but
I think it's about halfway funded, I think.
halfway. Okay.
Yeah.
Now
he looked at me cross-eyed at LegionsCon and yelled at me to fund it, and so I'm not gonna now. I'm not gonna back it. Because he wasn't nice to me, Bobby. He wasn't nice.
People fund your stuff. Yeah. But it's also
I'm kidding.
Correct me if I'm wrong. It's the existing figure, right? So the funding
is the same. Yeah, it's just new heads, new heads and new clothes. Yeah,
new heads and new clothes. Okay. All right. Well, bravo to Unparalleled for getting their first Kickstarter done. Okay. Next slide, please.
He gets a round of applause for doing a good job.
Oh, Jesus.
But he also gets this for being mean to me. Okay, next one. Plunderlings.
Plunderlings. This is one that I backed. They did their first campaign in October of 2019, so around the same time that I did my second Action Force 1. It brought in $120,000, 730 something people, fulfilled. I think it was like a year and a half it took them to fulfill, something like that. It was quick-ish, or maybe 2 years, the COVID stuff, but it funded and delivered. Their second one was April of 2022, and it brought in almost $340,000, almost 1,200 people. So big increase. A lot of times you'll see numbers drop off to the second one, but that's if you don't deliver. They delivered. People were happy.
And I'll say I had some Plunderlings from the first one, and they were really well-made figures. Yeah,
they're great figures.
So I think people saw that they liked the whole cartoonish fun aspect of it, and they backed the second one.
It's a very fun line, very fun line. So I don't remember how long it took them to deliver on the second Kickstarter, but it funded and delivered. So bravo to Plunderlings, Lone Coconut guys, for delivering on 2 campaigns. Well done.
Shout out to Ricky.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next one, Savage Crucible.
Savage Crucible. It's very straightforward. April 2023, 600K, almost 2,000 backers, and he fulfilled. And it was just over a year. Like, delivered, got the memo, and it was multiple SKUs. Like, there was a good amount here. Now, again, this is the same factory where that sci-fi vehicle is being produced. Savage Crucible managed to get their entire first Kickstarter out in just over a year, whereas some are going on 4 years for figures. But bravo to Rob. Great company. I love Rob. I love what he does. And
point of personal privilege.
Sure.
They're still fulfilling the Kickstarter because Wave 3 is the fish guys, and those are coming Q1 26.
But wait.
So they fulfilled series. So they funded 3 series. They had series 1, the Lizardmen, the Lumerians. They had series 2, the guys, the humans. And then series 3 was the fish one that all funded under the Kickstarter. But now series 3 is fulfilling Q1 2026, which is
series 3 was part of the original Kickstarter.
Yes.
Really?
They on their Kickstarter, all 3 series were on the Kickstarter. And they had a timeline. It all wasn't coming out within a year, but they had the timeline. Series 1 here, Series 2 here, Series 3 here. So
I must have
Series 3 is a little late, I think, but it's not egregious according to when they wanted to deliver.
Got it.
So
okay.
Yeah.
My mistake. I didn't realize that series 2 and 3 were part of the original Kickstarter. I did not know that.
Yeah.
So, but they got series 1 out.
And series 2.
And series 2. Yes.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. My mistake. But still,
okay.
Well done, Savage Crucible.
Yeah. Let's see here. Next slide.
Okay, yes. That now again, I'll talk about it just because Ace is going to throw it out there. Hatter's going to send a memo for the Mad Hatter Flipper thing. Yeah, it funded. Okay, great, cool. Can we move on? Excellent.
No, we can't, because that funded and delivered, I think, in just under a year. Like,
Okay.
they were on top of it. They got like, I got Flipboard right here. That was a very well run campaign. Hatter had the right team in his corner. And they got it done, and it was delivering on schedule. Ace, correct me if I'm wrong. Was it a month ahead of schedule? I don't remember, or was it just on schedule? Either way, it was a great campaign, and I think he's gearing up for the next series right now.
Was it just one figure?
It was one sculpt, yeah, but
One sculpt.
Several different repaints. See that? Look at this. Look at this. There you go. It's got an action feature, Bobby. See, he scoops the toys, and then he flips them into his backpack, and then he sells them at a markup because he's a flipper, a toy flipper. Did you know that, Bobby? He came with an accessory called, right here, it's called the piss tank. That's one of the toys that he scoops up, and then he flips the piss tank. See that?
Okay.
All right. Chapter 4.
Okay, great. Moving on. So, chapter 4.
Yeah.
Chapter 4 is basically the culmination of all of this research. Because the other reason why I wanted to put this together and do this on the show is because people haven't seen it as a whole. It's kind of like you back one, you forget about it, you back one, you forget about it. But let's stop and take a look at everything as a whole and see how impactful it really is. So I believe this is just one slide. So let me see if hold on, before you go, let me see if it is one slide. I have my thing over here.
Okay.
Yes, it is one slide. So let's get to this last slide and see the bad news.
Here we go.
So of the 16 total campaigns that I reviewed, let's look at the first column. Funded and did not deliver. These are the ones that cut and ran. $843,233. That is, when I added up, I checked my math. I was like, wait a second. That can't be right. And I did it 3 more times, and that is accurate. Now, this also does not include the Fuchsia's Ninja Scroll because those numbers weren't public. $840,000 of people's money gone. Just gone. Now these are campaigns from 2017 to now. Gone. Now, I could have missed stuff. I missed the Hell Screamers one, which is slightly before. I'm sure I missed other ones that funded and deliver during this time frame also. But this is an astronomical amount of money that even if we just stop there, it would be like mind-blowing. Now, let's get to the next column. Funded with some delivery. These are the campaigns that have funded and delivered some stuff. And this is $969,000, almost $1 million. Again, one of these, the majority of it did deliver, but I had to lump it all in. That's why the asterisk is there. If a campaign did not fully deliver, they had to be put into this column. Almost $1 million. That is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And then looking at the funded and still waiting column. This is all the campaigns that are over a year since funding that have not delivered anything yet. $853,000 $800,000. Now, the crazy part is that all three of these columns are all bad. Ones that cut and ran, ones that only delivered some or a little bit, and then the ones that funded and still waiting. Look at how close the numbers are. That is an absurd amount of money. Now, I'm sure Ace, as another toy manufacturer, myself, that $853,000 that's just sitting, waiting on campaigns that are over a year old, that have no end in sight. I'd like some of that $850,000. I'm sure Ace would like some of that $853,000. I'm sure there are plenty of you that back these that wish you had that money. Like, man, it'd be nice to have that money back. Holidays are coming up. So, again, this is when I finished this slide, I was almost sickened by this, how we're looking at $843,000 gone. Gone. Now, again, some of those campaigns did give refunds. We don't know how many, though. That wasn't made public, so I have to go by the actual funded number. It could be less. Sure it is. But again, we don't know, but I have to go by the funded number. Doesn't have the foosh in there, which was part of the 16 campaigns. And then the $970,000 of money that was tied up for years it took for you guys to get your product. And the crazy part is, what's that saying about insanity is doing the same thing and hoping for a different outcome? Seeing the ones that didn't fund, then seeing the ones where it took 4 years for some things, 3 years for some things, $970,000. And then people are still funding this stuff $850,000 later. Now, keep in mind, this is $853,000. This doesn't include HasLabs that bring in millions of dollars. Again, I'll get in trouble for this because I'm bringing their name up on a podcast. Four Horsemen did the Dragon. That was a lot of money. You backed it, almost $1,000 all in for the Dragon?
Mrs. LP is watching, Bobby, so we don't talk about that here.
Sorry.
No, she knows. It was $1,000 all in shipped. It was like $1,000, yeah. So,
there's that. There's, think about the millions of dollars on Hasbro, Mattel, those sort of crowdfunding things. Think about, some of those, what's the retro Star Wars thing, Fan Strike Back, I think it was. Think about, the money tied up. This $850,000 isn't even touching the tip of the iceberg. Like this is bad. This is really, really bad. There's a lot of other projects. Yeah, I just saw, listen, I love Carson, Operation Recall. It's been a while, man. It's been a while, and that's, I'm seeing a lot of people, a lot of the comments, like, yes, there's tons of campaigns, but just showing you guys this disgusting amount of money. And like, there's still more. What I should have done was I should have showed a number that was the actual people that fulfilled: myself, Savage Crucible, Plunderlings, Odious, but that amount of money doesn't even touch these. So that's the crazy part, is when you think about, what has been funded and what has delivered is nowhere near the amount of what hasn't funded or cut and ran or waited 4 years for things, or still waiting with things not even being tooled yet. Like, guys, I know I'm outspoken. I know sometimes maybe people don't like my visceral nature about speaking facts about things and my opinions, but these numbers do not lie. These are actual numbers that I have pulled off of these public campaigns. And we've said it, you buy what you want. The risk is there. But guys, look at this. Look at it pains me. Like it hurts to see these numbers, because who knows, of the 853,000 in the still waiting column, how do we know that 853 isn't going to turn in to the 843 that cut and ran? How do we know? How do we know that eventually these companies that maybe don't know exactly what they're doing will become insolvent, like Airwolf, and say, sorry, man, like I couldn't do it. You know, when I did my campaign and we had the delay with the pandemic, I hated holding on to that money. Hated it. It drove me nuts. I couldn't wait to get that monkey off my back, because I hated holding on to people's money, which again is why I don't do the crowdfunds. I've done pre-orders. I try to keep them within 3 months. Like when we know like the product's just about finished, like I've already paid for the product. I don't do a pre-order that I need to use the funds to pay for it. Like I don't do that. Like I don't want that burden on me. I don't want that. Some companies are okay with it. If that's the way you want to do business, that's fine. Everyone's entitled to it. I don't, but this should be eye-opening for people. Again, you should buy what you want, but now seeing this, you might know the risks a little better. And that's all I got.
All right. Yeah, that's the whole slideshow.
That's the whole slideshow. Yeah.
Now, are you telling people not to back Kickstarters or crowdfunding?
I'm not. I'm 100% not telling people to back them. I'm saying that if you are going to back something, one, make sure you are committed to it. It's something you really want. Also, make sure you know the risks.
Yeah.
And then lastly, like, make sure you feel confident. Just because I know as toy fans, we see something and we're like, I want that. I want the toy. I want the thing. But sometimes you need to take a step back and say, is this actually going to fund? Because if you're
deliver,
not
really deliver.
If you're not 100%, maybe wait. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying, like, feel good about the purchase. When you do it, just feel good. And at the end of the day, if you get burned, be like, you know what? I felt good about it going into it. But again, buy what you want. Absolutely buy what you want.
All right. Let's see here. Let's get back to the chat. Get Bad Dude says, is AWOC in the same factory as Marauder?
Yep.
I don't know.
It is.
Okay. Some of these I don't want to bring up. I'll bring up this one. Headcanon says, everyone asking about Street Humans. Bobby is only discussing crowdfunds that were funded but not delivered. I believe Street Humans did not fund, so they did not make the list. That's right.
There's tons that did not fund. There's tons.
Yeah.
But again, your money isn't taken when you make the pledge. Your money is taken at the end of the campaign. Your money isn't even taken when the project funds. Like if it funds and there's 3 months left, your money isn't taken until the end date.
Yeah.
So when I used to see people's comments like, I'm not going to back it till, it's close to funding, or if it does fund, it's like, that's kind of silly, because that makes no sense. They're not taking your money yet. So you backing helps your cause in a way. It was silly. So, but people are going to people.
Age of Relic NYC says, the two best guys I got the honor to meet on ToyCon in Jersey. Thank you guys for signing my Action Force figure. It was an honor. Oh, you're welcome.
I wasn't happy that you asked Ryan to sign one of my figures.
Come on.
No, I'm not okay with that.
We all know who everyone really likes, Bobby.
Whatever,
It's me
man.
right here. You know what I'm saying? It's me. It's because of the hair. Okay. East Coast Cody says call sign Longbow has to be running out of excuses by now. I don't know what that
Yeah, I mean,
is. That the 3 3/4 stuff?
yeah, them and yeah, call sign Longbow and Operation Recall are the two O-ring retro figures. Guys, listen, I've said it. The toy industry is not an easy industry. And just because you do a Kickstarter doesn't mean you're halfway there. It's not like knowing is half the battle. This is a very difficult industry. It is an industry that you can't just come into and have someone hold your hand and sort of ferry you down the river. You got to know what you're doing. I went kind of on a little rant earlier about not knowing what a certain sample is called and not having realistic time frames. And, I get it. I get it. Some people are in a position where they're like, I really want to make this thing. I really believe in this project. Yes, I don't have the funds, but that's what you use Kickstarters for. But if that's the case, you need to be really buttoned up. You need to make sure that like you're on top of it. Otherwise, you're going to end up in a situation where you're making updates over a year into your campaign saying, yeah, we're about to start tooling, or we're still tooling, or like, that's, but yeah.
Right.
Wait, I just saw, I think call sign Longbow, I think delivered. I think they've had some figures come out because I have some.
Okay.
I think. Again, I couldn't, I might be mistaken, but the chat will fix all that. But I know for certain that the Operation Recall hasn't shipped yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real Pock Photos. Pock Photos says Riot Press. Isn't that the guy that used AI and said he leveled up his art? Yes, it is. Tyderium.
I would take 6-fingered G.I. Joe AI artwork over that dude's artwork any day.
Oh my god. Tyderium Hanger is here. He says, what are Bobby's thoughts on Super 7 G.I. Joe O-ring figures so far?
I don't buy any Super 7 stuff. I won't allow any Super 7 product even into my office.
Okay.
Them and one other company, I will not allow any of their product into my office. It's just a rule. So I've seen them on the shelves at the store at Target. What I've noticed is that when you make something that's retro looking, you don't have to make it look cheap. Like, my O-ring stuff, my one business partner's like, you got a lot of deco on those O-ring figures. And I'm like, yeah, just because they're O-ring doesn't mean you do it exactly the way it was done in the 80s. You don't, I want the figures to feel premium, even though they're the retro look. So to me, I look at the Super 7 O-ring figures and they just look cheap to me because they look dumbed down and stuff. But that's just me.
PBJ Street Gang says, where is my ocular serpent figure?
Maybe sooner than you think.
Robert Foley, member for 18 months. Thank you. Just dropping a what's up working night shift on lunch. Thank you, Robert. Let's see here. We got Chad Zombie Finger is dead. He says, Bobby, what are the color schemes for the Gear Pack 10? Can you make the Infantry Commando version 2 is a tan camo pattern?
I'm pretty sure I showed it. I've showed it on my social media. I've talked about it. The color schemes are for the 3 new troopers. There is a trooper that comes with the tin, and there's gear that will work for the maritime trooper.
All right. Drew G is here. By the way, he's a new dad.
He is a new dad. Congratulations to Drew.
Congrats to Drew G and Mrs. Drew G and little Drew G. He says, love you guys.
Gay!
I'll catch the replay after I finally sleep again. There you go.
Yeah. Brother.
Tyler Lalone with the $5. Thank you, Tyler. I doubt you would make it, but Aiden Pierce Jordy, T-Bone, and Clara from Watch Dogs 1, another Ubisoft game.
Okay. Again, if the Splinter Cell works really well for both parties, we will definitely be doing more Ubisoft properties.
Mammonuster. Okay. Thanks for being a member for 23 months. See, I can't see the real names because YouTube changed stuff. He says Vonner is working with shady people. Trustworthy? Question mark.
I'm not going to speak on that. I mean, look. I mean, whatever is out there is out there. I mean, I know Vonner. I've known him for years. I mean, I can't really speak. I'm just look at the companies, look at what's going on, figure it out for yourself. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and go on a rant about that.
Sal wants the videos to come back on Saturday mornings.
Yes, we are. We are going to start filming next week or the week after. Yeah, cool. I have all the topics that we're going to cover, and I'm psyched to get back to some videos.
Ace hit me up. He says he will do a LaserPants figure. There we go.
Listen,
me and Ace Kickstarter coming soon.
I'm not doing a LaserPants figure doesn't mean like you can have a figure done of you. Like it's almost like cheating. You can't have another toy company do your figure. This isn't how this partnership works here. Okay.
Actually, got news for you. We already have the prototype right here. Look at that. Okay. Coming soon. The Kickstarter. Valaverse is not involved.
Looks like my Saturday.
And we'll see no profit. It's going to be the first $2 million action figure Kickstarter.
Amazing.
Funkalicious. Bobby, considering you've done JDF and Vane actor likenesses, what are some others you hope to do to add to Action Force?
Oh man, it would have been great to get Gina in the line. That was one I really wanted to land. But
yeah,
she's got
didn't work out,
I guess. I mean, look, there's the fact that I'm doing, Zach McGowan in the black. Dude, he is not a huge celebrity. He's not a Brad Pitt, but I love him as an actor. And I said to my wife, I was, because I had to send him the packaging for approval and stuff. And, I'm like checking my email on my phone, like at dinner. And I said to my wife, I'm like, I find it really crazy. Like I got emails from Zach McGowan. Like I'm not like dealing with his agent. I'm dealing right with him. It's like my emails are from Zach McGowan. And I'm like, this is wild. I was like, if you could have told like 2017 Bobby that one day I'd be like working with the dude I'm watching on Black Sails, that'd be crazy. Very crazy.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em says, should I be afraid of Grindhouse toys being fulfilled?
I'm not going to speculate. I mean, look, guys, I just did a whole presentation on, what funds, what doesn't fund, that sort of thing. It's at your own risk. You back what you want to back, but it is 100% at your own risk. If someone were to message me privately and say, hey, I'm thinking about backing this project, what do you think? I'll give my opinion. If you want to, ask me, please don't flood my inbox with 1,000 messages. But,
it's going to happen now.
But it's at your own risk, man. I said it before. If you feel good about something, if you're confident in it, if you really want it, you back what you want to back. But just always know there's a risk.
John Peniak says Action Force should make Praetorians in all the Power Ranger colors. That is my hope. We have black, white, and 2 green. Need red, blue, yellow.
I could do a pink Praetorian for breast cancer next October. That'd be pretty awesome.
We got Candyman 5000, which, this is J Creations, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah, I recognize his avatar.
He says, the only Kickstarter I have backed was the McFarlane Bait and Switch Spawn. Was a little upset about that.
Yeah, I should have included that. Like McFarlane brought in, I think that raised like $1 million on a Kickstarter.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't it like $3 million? It was crazy.
Oh, geez. Oh no, that's not J Creations. He's right there.
Okay. Oh, there he is. Okay, so J Creations is just J Creations. Candyman. Oh, well, they both have similar avatars but different colors.
Got
That's
it.
why I was confused. Okay. Thanks for being a member for 26 months, Candyman 5000. Let's see here. East Coast Cody says Savage Crucible sent me a bunch of replacement feet, and I didn't even ask for any. They just had my info from an old purchase. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
cool.
they there was a production issue with the feet, and they kind of did what I did. It was like with the Atlas hips thing. It was like, look, it has to be right. You know, we both. That's why I love Rob so much, because we both believe in our products and we want the best possible products. So, there was an issue and they corrected it, and they sent out all the replacement stuff to people, no charge or anything like that, to make the thing right.
Junkion says Rob from Harbinger is the most straightforward dude. Very cool to talk to, and a vet. Yeah,
100%.
I agree. Love Rob. And just so everyone knows, Rob is the man behind Savage Crucible.
Mm-hmm.
John Peniak says Bobby should talk to Henry Resilient about the White Dragon issues.
Who?
He's the kid that does all his videos about Aaron Shanky.
Oh, he's brought, because he brought me up when from my DFW panel, when I kind of like shit on it, like, dude, that movie's, I don't even think that movie's coming out. Like, so yeah, I know.
I guess they just, according to Henry Resilient, they pushed it back to 2026.
No way. Look at the utter look of shock on my face.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm not surprised. This is a movie, literally, I'm trying to think when I signed that deal with them. 2023 or 2024. And they said the movie was coming out like 6 months later. And yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Ace says perhaps a crowdfund campaign must first pass a Congress of Ramen Vala to see if they know what they are doing.
No one would ever launch a campaign. No, like, I would never approve anybody. If I was the one like giving the keys to the kingdom here, and I was the one saying yes or no, I'd probably say no to all of them. If you don't if you don't have toy industry experience or some sort of manufacturing experience, I would immediately say no to you immediately.
Scott Hughes drops Mrs. LP's Instagram page in the chat. Definitely follow her. She makes good memes.
She posts some funny stuff, man.
You're breaking up a little bit, Bobby.
Oh, am I?
Maybe that was me.
Excuse me.
Cerrone Games Go says the Tron HasLab really crashed and burned. Yes, it did.
Sure
no
did.
one wants those.
I love that you
especially not at that price. Jersey Maniac. I'm here.
Okay. I was because you were lagging, so maybe it's my end. But I was gonna say I love that you tagged me in Steve's post. Like, I was like, dude, what does this dummy think he's doing? Like, you made a post and he got roasted in the comments. It's like, dude, really? You have 1,200 backers and you're 3 days away and you need 10,000, and you really think it's a smart idea to put an IG post out there, like, trying to muster people to back this project? Are you crazy?
Yeah. Apparently I was the one lagging.
Oh, look at that.
Mm-hmm. All right. Jersey Maniac member for 8 months. Thank you. He says this show contained the very polite and calm Bobby Vala variant. Only available in 1 out of every 100 podcasts. Very informative.
Well, I figure I'll let people vote and see, like, do you want like old Bobby or you want this new Bobby? Like, which one do you want back? Maybe a little both. Maybe there's an in between. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get crazy on the after show.
The Fallen Radar says, "Hey Bobby, do you think you'll ever do a mech?"
I don't know. It's I get a bunch of people asking me at Legion's Con about that, because they're like, dude, like, what's the status? Status is there is no status. I got I didn't get it. Mark got it and brought it in, the snake armor. And I'm like, it felt really cheap, man. It felt really cheap as a product. And I'm like, that's $75. I'm like, okay, so that's 75, Mesco's 400. I'm like, what would people pay? Would you pay 200? If people are willing to pay 200, can I make something awesome for 200? If you're not willing to pay 200 and you're saying, I'll pay 125, what can I make with 125? There's so many unanswered questions, and I don't have the bandwidth right now to dive into mechs, but it's not off my radar, put it that way.
Pock Photo says, I'd throw Toddy Max Medieval Spawn Kickstarter in the didn't deliver partially. I know a lot of folks, including myself, that never got it, and their customer service blatantly ignored backers.
Wow. Really? Interesting.
McFarlane?
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't hear about that. See, there's a lot of campaigns I just don't know about.
Thank you, J. May MB, for gifting 3 POA podcast membership, and that went to Peak Obi-Wan. So thank you so much. Stay tuned for the after show. Now, real quick, I said we're doing a giveaway. We are doing a giveaway. Okay? It's for Figure Fight Club Abby. He's trying to get to 2,000 subs. Okay? So he's giving away one of these Savage Crucible Varnox. That's this guy right here. I have one close by. Just put hashtag Varnock in the chat. Hashtag Varnox with an S. Throw it in the chat. Okay. I'll start collecting. I will start collecting names, and then we'll pull a winner, and then you'll win a Varnock from Abby over at Figure Fight Club. Hashtag Varnox. That's hashtag VARNOKS. Put it in the chat right now. It's going. Okay, good. I'm gonna start collecting. Let's see here. We're getting entries. Good. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, back to the chat then. I'm going to remove that for now. Hashtag Varnox in the chat. Let's see here. Mrs. LP will sell you my likeness rights.
I wouldn't give you a dime for them.
How dare you?
They'd have to be just donated.
They're worth at least $69. House Endo says Street Lasers coming soon. And then Saints Fan 1221. Thank you for the $10. He says, any plans to do any female Desert Steel Brigade, female Arctic Trooper Steel Brigade? Also, any reissues of Wave 3?
No reissues of Wave 3, but I am going to do new females on new bodies.
There we go. Thank you for the super chat, Saints Fan. Let's see here. We got 116 entries, but there's 570 people watching right now. Hashtag Varnox. We got to get that up. And hit the like button, too. How many likes are we at, guys? Let me check here. We need more likes because it's YouTube. You got to be here to claim the prize, too. Hashtag VARNOKS. Put that in the chat. Only do it once. It only counts... multiple entries will not count, basically, is what I'm trying to tell you. Let's see here. Click that. We're at 130 entries. You think there'd be at least 500, Bobby,
Yeah, with all the people watching.
Yeah.
Maybe they just, no, I don't want to be mean.
Okay.
I was being nice on this show. I don't want to be mean.
Saints Fan sends in a $5 thank you. He says, any plans to reveal leader of Swarm and Crimson Shadow?
Possibly. Not. I really can't say. I appreciate the $5. I can't say.
Thank you, Saints Fan. And Justin Booth sends in a 17-month member chat. Thank you, Justin. Hey, Bobby, could we possibly see a version 2 of Carrick?
Yeah, he's definitely a figure. Like when I look at some of the early figures that haven't had version 2s or reissues, I'm like, Carrick definitely deserves some sort of new figure. And I think he deserves to be in some sort of battle armor. So, yeah.
Figure Fight Club says, thanks for the $10 hobby. He says, make sure to subscribe. Yeah, check out Figure Fight Club Subscribe to him. He's got like 100 giveaways or something he's doing once he hits 2,000 subscribers. So check out his channel. He's giving away one of the Varnox tonight on this show. We have 148 entries. All you got to do to enter is put hashtag Varnox in the chat here on YouTube, not the comment section, not on X. You got to come to YouTube to do it. We have 560 people watching, Bobby.
Wow.
You also have to hit the like button and subscribe in order to win the Varnock. So hit the like button and subscribe. Otherwise, your entry does not count. Right, Bobby?
Sure.
How are the Rangers doing?
It's tied, and there's 12 minutes left in the third.
Nice.
But it looks like they're getting outplayed, so...
Exciting game. 151 entries.
He's awesome.
Let's see here. We're at 151 entries. Marnius28 says, "Hey Bobby, what do you think of that new 1/6 scale Donatello figure from Mondo? You in on that?"
I'm not in on it. I love the guys at Mondo, but I've been reading a lot of what's happening with Funko. Funko owns Mondo.
Scary.
It's scary. It's scary. So I wouldn't. This is just me personally. Again, everything's a risk. I wouldn't back anything from Mondo at this current state. They are doing really, really good stuff. Me personally, I don't. And it's not because of Mondo. It's because of the Funko parent company.
Yeah.
That will have an effect on them at some point. Like I said, my Super Shredder is shipping, which I'm very excited about. I think that figure's gonna be really, really cool. But other than that, yeah, I'm not gonna get anything at this time.
All right. We got a $10. Thank you from J May MB. I think I'm saying that right. He says, "Bobby, how much would it cost me to have you get the Captain Power license and give them the sweet old Bobby Vala update on them?" And I'm serious.
That's a great IP that I don't know if it would be worth doing or anything like that, but yeah. I mean, little inside baseball. I have talked with the owner of the brand about it. So we've had conversations, and nothing came to fruition about it. I mean, I could just like take the road where I just take the IP and just do it myself and put it out. That seems like something people are okay with. But
just say that you own it,
and just say that I own it.
So yeah, it's mine now.
Or I'll just say no comment.
No takesies, backsies.
Hey, where'd you get Captain Power from? No comment.
Yep. Junkion sends in a 27-month member chat. Thank you, Junkion. Hi, Bobby. Any status on the Black Vanguard release?
Wow, a lot of people asking about the Black Vanguard. Yeah, I touched on it earlier in the show, so not coming out yet.
And then Braba01 became a channel member. Thank you, sir. Stay tuned for the after show because we're doing trivia night tonight, guys. It's going to be really cool. And, sometimes things get weird on the after show. You never know.
They get weird.
Things get really weird on the after show.
I have a feeling like good Bobby is going to show up on the after show.
Oh, all right. Moon Jockey for 5. Thank you. Is the standard Swarm guy yellow? Is there any chance that yellow color will be revisited, or will we continue to get new colors? Love the line.
I don't know. I can't tell you all my secrets.
All right. Then we got, another one from Saints Fan 1221. Thank you, sir. Rollout version 2.
Yeah, again, he's another one. I mean, we did the head pack that gave another expression, but yeah, Rollout's one that needs another figure. Carrick's one that needs another figure. Blowback got two different figures. Yeah, I mean, there's not many, but again, it's like kind of one of those things where it's like, do you go back and revisit old characters, or do you keep progressing, the brand forward with new characters? You look at, the best model is the real American hero. It's like, how often did we get Duke? We got the first Duke. Then it's like we didn't get Duke again until Tiger Force. But then we didn't get Duke again until 92, where he's sitting on the big missile launcher, which is, I love that Duke. So it was like there's a big gap for Dukes there. It's just a timing thing, but it's not something I'm overlooking. It is on my radar that there are characters that need a version 2.
All right. We are at 171 entries for the giveaway, the Figure Fight Club giveaway. Remember, you got to put hashtag Varnox. You have to subscribe to Figure Fight Club and 3POA, this channel. And you have to hit the like button in order to win. We're at 172. How about when we get to 175, I call it and we draw a winner? How about that, Bobby? You okay with that?
Just give it to me.
Or that. And then Jake Anderson, 5757, became a channel member. Welcome to Hooliganism. Stay tuned for the after show. It's trivia night. It's going to be fun and weird. It's going to be very weird. We're still at 172. Hashtag Varnox in the chat. Just put that in the chat, and then you can win. Did you put hashtag Varnox in the chat, Bobby?
I didn't. Can you put it in there for me?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
What if you win? That'll be so funny.
That'd be really funny.
Yeah. There we go. And then another super chat. Oh, we're at 175. Okay, so I'll read this super chat, and then we'll pull the winner.
Okay.
Carlos Rosado, thanks for the 5. Hi, Bobby. What about a reissue of the Wasp Raider with the other head sculpts and or slightly off colors? It's the only release I don't have.
Unfortunately, I would never do a Wasp Raider reissue. I didn't like that figure to begin with.
What?
I never liked it. It was something that the BotCon guys reached out. It was very early in the line. So I was still kind of like figuring things out and still learning and still, but looking back on it, I'm like, he doesn't even fit with the line. So it's like, I get it. He was a one-off and stuff, but I never dug that figure. So, which is crazy because he's one of the highest figures in the secondary market, but I have no plans to do a Wasp Raider version 2.
All right, so here we go. We're going to pull a winner now. We have 178 entries. Hopefully everyone put hashtag Varnox, hit the like button, subscribe to 3POA and Figure Fight Club. Okay, so here we go. Ready? Ready? Rangers game. Here we go. The winner of the Figure Fight Club giveaway is... the Double D. The Doubled D 7031. Congrats. Please do reach out to Figure Fight Club. Figure Fight Club. Abby, how do you want to be contacted?
You guys even figure this out?
I don't know. This is all Abby. Yeah, Abby, let us know how you want the Doubled D. The Double D, Bobby. Won the Varnox. He has to be here. He has to be here to claim it. You got to say something in the chat. Say, I'm here. Did he already say something? Abby says, Figure Fight Club says, contact him on Instagram. That's the Double D, but he has to be here to claim it. Otherwise, we draw someone else. Are you? Yep, here he is. There, he claimed it. He wins the Varnox from Savage Crucible. Awesome. Very cool. He says, Instagram, send me a screenshot showing your name as well on YouTube. There you go. That's how you do it. Are you at Figure Fight Club on Instagram, Abby? Are you at Figure Fight Club? Hopefully. You should have thought this through, Abby. So everyone subscribe to him. Help him get to 2,000. Then he can do less giveaways. But he's giving away like 100 figures in like the night. It's crazy. Yes, he's at Figure Fight Club on Instagram. There you go. Double D, congrats. You won the Varnox from Savage Crucible. All right. So I think that's it. Stay tuned. I want to do a crazy stream Wednesday night because I don't have to work Thursday. So Wednesday show, it's going to be off the chain here on 3POA, Bobby. 3POA Midweek Mayhem.
Thanksgiving Eve, huh? Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
People still go out for Thanksgiving Eve? Is that a big thing still?
I mean, we used to go to a bowling alley every year, but haven't done that in a long time. I'm going to do a live stream and just go nuts. I'm going to take all my clothes off. on the live stream. You want to watch that one, Bobby?
Oh yeah, sounds awesome.
All right. Am I all caught up on the super chats? No, I'm not, because Junkion sent one in. Thanks, Junkion, for the $5. He says Bobby hates Wasp Raider. Jordan just felt a disturbance in the force. Yeah.
He don't care.
Jordan has a lot of Wasp Raiders.
He has a lot. I think he is the person that has the most, and he loves that.
I think the color scheme is awesome. All right, guys. I feel like there was something else I was supposed to announce, but there's not. That's it. That's all I got. So stay tuned for the Wednesday show. Next Saturday, the shows are coming. The channel's not dead as long as you hit the like button and subscribe. And thank you, Scott Hughes, for dropping that. Oh, yeah, check out the merch store, all that. Scott Hughes dropped that link right there. There it is. Thank you. Got new shirts, new hats, all that. All right, I'm just going to end it now, okay?
Cool.
Actually, watch the end credits because they're cool. Check this out. Here we go. Bye.
Hey, shout out to the hooligans. Facts on deck. LaserPants, Bobby Vala, put some respect. No script, no spin, just bars that crack. 3POI, yeah, the real ones back. Hey, we don't shield, we don't cap, we don't chase no views. We just tell the truth, break toys and news. While they fake reviews for a brand new bag. We keep it raw, yeah, we wave that flag. We don't shield, we don't cap, we don't chase no views. We just tell the truth, break toys and news. While they fake reviews for a brand new bag. We keep it raw, yeah, we wave that flag. LaserPants, steady aim, got the sight on point. Dropping facts, not fluff, every line anointed. Bobby Vala built the game from the ground with pride. Action Force in the lab, that's bona fide. Mesco, Mad Facts, meaty toys and stacks. Savage Crucible, Shine Vela verse on Rex. Other toy, Torbis front, trying to copy the way. But the truth don't bend, it don't serve a slaves. Hey. Talk big online, but they fold in checks. Selling hype, no heart, we ain't into that. Receipts don't lie, we expose the scheme. 3POI that collect a dream. We don't shield, we don't cap, we don't chase no views. We just tell the truth, break toys and news. While they fake reviews for a brand new bag. We keep it raw, yeah, we wave that flag. They talk slick, we clicks, no facts inside. Every claim they drop get nullified. Vala got proof, pants got aim. They dismantle frauds by name and frame. Whole crew solid, no scripts, no deals, no bottle takes, no compromise feels. We cut through smoke like a sharpened blade. Let the numbers talk when the trust gets weighed. And yeah, they know who we talking to. Frontin' for brands, but the crowd sees through. We don't name names, they expose themselves. While the 3PO us sitting top shelf. The 3PO, I ain't no true on day. We don't shield, we don't cap, we don't chase no views. We just tell the truth, break toys and news. While they fake reviews for a brand new bag. We keep it raw, yeah, we wave that flag. We don't shield, we don't cap, we don't chase no views. We just tell the truth, break toys and news. While they fake reviews for a brand new bag. We keep it raw, yeah, we wave that flag. Hooligans, rise up, hold that crown. 3PO, I the truth, no sellout sound. LaserPants, Bobby Vala, run that show. When the mic turns high, yeah, the truth gon' blow. No lies, no scripts, no acting plan, just passion and proof. That's the.